Great. Now, we looked at a lot throughout the course of this Power BI class. So today we'll be doing a project all together, and it will be based on our data that we have. Now let's refresh our data and see if there's any improvements. You find that all these tables, since the individual queries, they'll be auto-refreshed. The benefit of this is that if you've designed anything, when you just click here, it will automatically refresh everything. You run the data queries and then auto-calculate everything. So if there's any improvement, you'll see it right here in terms of the columns and in terms of even the number of rows. I don't know if you're able to hear me clearly.
Yes, you're very clear.
Okay. So let's continue. Now today we want now instead of just coming up with something scanty like these ones, I want us now to come up with a very nice organized dashboard. So I'm going to close this one. Then I'm going to rename this one as don't know why my Power BI is acting up. So let me just close it a bit. Then we can now reopen it again. So it happens, not to worry. So it happens. So let's minimize this. Wait for now the Power BI to open. So whenever Power BI acts up like this, you just close it and reopen it again because I know it's a bit heavy, so you need a good machine. At least RAM 8 GB and SSD of 256 minimum, I think will be ideal. So if you don't have that, you can upgrade it as well. So we're waiting for it now to load and what have you. Now, the benefit of this button here is that already when you design a Power BI model or even a Power BI report, if it's from the same source, you just come with each and every morning, then you click here, then everything will be auto-refreshed as well. So consider it's like you're designing a template again from scratch. Right, so let's assume that everything is coming up. I'm going to click here, then I'm going to now call this one dashboard, just to help us identify where we are going to build. Now, we already have some very interesting visuals, okay? So this one, I'm just going to rename this one. Right. Yeah, apparently this happens. So I'm going to rename this one to detailed summary, since you have the table, detailed summary. So you remember how we did this? We came up with this table yesterday.
Yes.
So let's try to design it a bit. So let's come and add this one. You can add the border, a bit of rounded corners, the shadow, you can add a shadow like that. Then you can make the title bold. It's possible. Don't need a title for this one. You can just come and then the column headers, make them bold Calibri, then make them bold again. Then you can increase the font like that. Then even the values, which is all that is inside here, you can change them to Calibri like that, at least so that somebody can zoom left and right and see for themselves, as well as get the data right there. So something like this is really interesting, and then somebody can filter through for the name, for the active status, and the ones that are not inactive. But let's head over this one to the dashboard. So I'm going to copy paste whatever the graphs we designed here. Now, since you already have this card right here, I'm going to select this one because it seems more high level than this one. So I'm going to Control X, Control V. Going to come and now use the format painter. Click there. Then I'm going to select there. Now you want to target for the total sales and also the total sales so that now you can see which cells are giving us the value. So I'm going to call this one as retention rate, retention rate, which is simply like the percentage of active participants depending on our data. So I'm going to try to edit this one. So kindly follow through. In case you get stuck, please ask, don't be afraid. So I'm going to change the color of this one and the target label right here. Then yeah, I'm going to change it to color black like that, make it a bit bold. The same thing as the data labels, I'm going to change it to this color, that at least it can be clearly visible. Then the callout value, right? Then I'm going to come and make this one bold as well. That somebody can see the retention rate is that one like that. This is a very good visual, so it's very nice to have. Then we can borrow this one here. You can see you have the list category, list sales per category and client status. So I'm going to control X, that one. Now, as human beings, I want you to give you a trick. We read things from left to right or up going down. So notice how I'm going to organize this dashboard. Now, for us, do we really need this total y-axis? Okay, we can leave it alone. Let's try to remove this secondary y-axis. This legend right here. Take that. We really need that one. No. Let's come to edit a bit. Just a minute. X-axis, do we really need that one? Yeah, we do. The y-axis. Then I'm going to come here and select the grid lines. You don't really need the grid lines. So just for the sake of time, I'm going to remove the line axis for the total number of customers since we are focusing on the sales. Then I'm going to change now the visual from this to this, or even to this one as well. Then the legend, I'm going to remove it and make sure it looks something like that. Then just a simple graph, don't even need to complicate it further. Then for the columns, let's come and edit them. For the bars, as you can see, the color, I'm going to make it green. Let me put it as light green. Then now the border, like that, something as easy as that one. Then I'm going to add the data labels. Then outside end. Then like that. Yeah, so this is just basically designing it in a format that somebody can clearly understand. Now, I'm going to, instead of list sales, I'm going to change it to the top. Yeah. So are you with me up to this point?
Yes, we're together.
Okay, let's continue. So you have the list sales per category, and that one is not correct. So I'm going to set this one to top. Sales like that per category, and then I'm going to remove the client status since you've removed it. Then you can have something like that. Then something as interesting as that one, like that as well. Right, so you can see how I'm going to arrange them, don't worry. You can borrow from me, you can also come up with your own creativity, please don't feel limited. I'm going to cut and paste this one. I'm also going to paste it here. Since you can see, it is also giving us some really nice insight. Now, this one I'm just going to remove the values. Instead of now the values, I'm going to focus on the, you have the top sales per category. We can find here something else. So you can find the top sales per the rating. So I'm going to come here and then remove the rating right there. Yeah, can remove it. Then I'm going to deselect the average film length. Then I'm going to come and select the sales. Remember, we are focusing on the sales for this one, not the minutes length. So remember, our main goal is we are focusing on sales and unveil as many hidden insights um, in as much as we can from our data. I don't know whether we are together up to that point. That is our main goal. So whenever you design any dashboard, always remember the main goal. Don't ever forget it, because that one is going to gradually affect the entire report as well. So let's come and set the customer status distribution. I think this one can also match up with sales since it's dealing with customers. So you can see the customer distribution, which is active and inactive. So we don't really need this one. Then you can see what percentage of sales are the inactive customers giving us. Now, we can opt for this one or you can even opt for something else, but I'll show you just quickly. So total sales, I'm going to drag it there. And you can see that the value of total sales we are getting, let me just remove this one. The legend you can put as total sales again. Then the customers, you can put the customer active status like that. Yes, you are correct. We can see that 98% of the sales you are getting is from the, say, the active customers. I don't know whether you're able to see that. Yeah, so this is really correct. Thank you for the thumbs up. This is really correct. Actually, it's making sense. It's a way of checking to make sure that whatever we did here tallies with what is here. If these two weren't communicating, then we'd know that our analysis somewhere we had made a mistake. That is very, very key to look at. Now, let's come and do a trend analysis. So I'm going to select this one. I'm going to remove this one. Remember, we are focusing on total sales. So I'm going to select the payment date. Something like that. Now, do you remember drilling up and drilling down? Good, thank you. Now, drilling up is something you can go and up and down a hierarchy. So if I want to go down a hierarchy, let's go back up there. You can look at the quarter and the year. So you can go down, the next hierarchy is that way. The next down month is that way. So you can see the sales distribution over time. So you can call this graph as sales distribution over time. So let's call it sales or even sales growth over time. Liz, you're with me up to this point.
Yes, we're together.
Yeah, in case of any part you don't really understand, please feel free to ask. Okay, please feel free. Okay, so here we want to format it to look a bit more like this one. You can see I'm dealing with a lot of green. Here I think we can put one color as green as well. So we can put, let's say, the one that has the highest percent of is 22%, which is NC17 from the color scale here. So the color I'm going to put it as like sort of a light green, like that. This one I'm going to put it as a darker green. So come what you see. The line, I'm going to come here to visual, then go to line. The category you can see all. Then you can now change the color. Now if you want the interpolation type to be smooth or even step by step, it's okay. If you want it to be smooth, it's also possible. So whichever you feel works for you, you can put it. You can also play around with the monotone or the cardinal. So you can explore that one. Now I'm going to select a darker version of green. Don't know if they can put a border, fortunately can't. So you can put it like that green. Then I'm going to add grid lines so that you can add data labels, but I'll show you how you can add grid lines. So you can come and add this one here, put like this darker color. So remember it has to be clearly seen. So you can put it as dashed. So instead of this gray, I'm going to select this color. this so that it can be seen clearly. Then the horizontal grid line, you can find it like that. Then the month, of course, you cannot be able to come and put grid lines there as well because you have to set it correctly. Now I'm going to come to the y-axis, I mean the x-axis, sorry. The values, I'm going to change them to Calibri. This one I'm going to make it bold. Then I'm going to hide the title since you are writing. It's like everybody can know this is time that is down here. Then August. And I know you can expand it a bit. Now the font will increase. Then you can come to the y-axis as well. You can hide the title. Then you can change the values from this way to that way. Now, the purpose of data labels is simple. It helps the end user get insights quickly without you actually mentioning them. Right? I repeat, it helps the end user get insights quickly without you as the analyst being there to give them. Okay? So how we are going to do this is quite simple. How we are going to do this is quite simple. We are going to first we are going to do this quite simply, sorry. First, we are going to come and now change the data labels instead of grid lines. Sorry, we are going to change the data lines. I mean the lines here. Sorry, don't know why I'm confusing the two. We are going to come and format this visual and add data labels. So we're going to come here, going to turn off the grid lines. We are going to come here to the y-axis and turn off the values as well, so that it's not clearly seen. Then from there, now we are going to come to the data labels, and you can see they have automatically been added. Then now you can add the value and change the value in that color. Then you can set it like that, and you can see the display auto units you can set to automatic, or you can set it to thousands as you can see there, or you can set it to none. Are you able to see these changes, Liz? Then you can set it to millions. You can also set it to billions, trillions, or even custom the one you want. That one you can play around with it, but I'm going to leave it as thousands. So you can see that we made the sales has been increasing. So let me ask you a question. Based on this sales growth over time graph, Liz, what insights can you recommend?
Uh, First July was the month with the highest sales.
Yeah.
So what I can, actually in July and August, the sales were a bit higher than the other months. So maybe the uh, uh, the insights that I can make is that maybe we look at the films that were sold over these months. Uh, yes, and to maintain what we were doing to get these high sales.
Amazing, amazing. That's a really good perspective. Very good. Right, so that is actually one. But what can you really say about the trend? Like the trend of the sales? Because those you have given us a very, very nice insight that we can now delve further. But what can you really say about the trend?
The sales increases over time.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
And
Yes, the sales increases over time, and between June and July, there was a high, there was a very rapid growth in sales.
awesome. What do you think could be the cause of the rapid growth in sales between June and July?
Maybe there are some measures that were introduced, and maybe there are some techniques that were used, uh, yes, in order to get the high sales.
That's good. And I think one metric you mean, like, let's say if it's summertime, people tend to relax of that during that time, isn't it? To enjoy the weather and spend time with the families, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
It also could be a cause, since I can see from here, most of the people here are from the west. So such minor details can help you explain this insight. Now, if you want to change this graph from a line graph to something else, you can. All you have to do is just come and click another visual. Able to see that? Yeah, so you just come and click another visual that you want. Even if you want a column chart, it will still give you the same. If you want even this one, it will still give you the same. If you want that one, still give you the same. Now, let me use this waterfall since I can see it is quite interesting. So I'm going to come here, then I'm going to add the legend, top center, good. Then I'm going to remove the total column. So columns, increase show total column, I'm going to turn it off. And there we have it, a very nice graph that we can use to make decisions from it. Any question? Good. Now it's good to leave this increase and decrease as the legend. You can even add the title of the legend. You can call it movement or even trend. You can even call it a trend. So that and then add a column like that so that people can see. Whereas now people can know that if the color is this one, blue, it is an increase. So let's come and change that to the columns. If it's an increase, you can change it to this color. If it's a decrease, we can change it to now color red. I think that one is the best way we can show about it. You can even put it as a red. Since I don't know whether you're able to put this one, we can put this one as a dark green like that. Yeah, so we have a very nice dashboard right there. I know it's quite simple, but I want to show you other ways that you can come up with a very nice dashboard as well. So people technically want to see trend most of the time in sales. So you can always rearrange it like that. Then you can put this one right above here. Now, if even you drill down, people can see per the day and scroll until the 30th day or the 31st day. You can also go up the hierarchy, you can see the quarter, and they can see the year. So whichever one works for you, you can select it easily. I'm going to leave it as that one as well. Right, let's come and add another metric whereby we can now get um, the special features. No, I don't think the special features can assist us in this one, or even the description. Let's try to see something else. We have the category. So you can also find out the top sales per category right there, the total sales per rating, which is also here, and something else about sales I came to learn or can even brainstorm is how the customers are distributed per the category. So for this one, I'm going to select the funnel chart. Yeah, right. Then watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to come here, click format paint, and then just click like that automatically, just so that people can see there. Then the film category comes there. Then the number of customers come there. So you can, instead of the total number of customers, you can select the total, the percentage of active customers like that. Now remember, we need to get the top three. So we are going to come and filter. So instead of active customers here, remember you also select the categorical data. Come here to top N. This is also a DAX measure. You can also exploit at your own free time. Then click there, then click apply filter. And you can see we have the top category per that one. Now, if you don't want this one, you can also add the number of customers like that as well. So whichever you feel works for you and whichever is helping you achieve your goals. Now I'm going to try and edit this a bit. So let's come here, conversion rate off. Then the data labels, since they are inside center, we can make this one to be white. Then the bars or the colors, we can make this one green. I think this green will be all. So sci-fi comedy like that. So you can play around with these colors, but I'll leave them uniform. So I'm going to show this one as like that. Do not put so much colors into it. Then also the data labels, I'm going to change them to color black. So not the data labels, but also the categorical labels. This one right here is what I'm talking about. Then you can now come and now change the title, and then you say top top category, top customers, or even top demand. Even the demand is even better. Top demand per film category. There's no harm in renaming the title. There's really no harm in renaming the title. You don't need to necessarily pick the number or the name that was used here, because either way, if something has high demand, like even the number of categories, the film, if let's say the customers here are 40 or let's say 60, it means that it has a higher demand as compared to the rest. So Liz, based on this finding for the top demand per film category, what recommendation would you give?
First, this one sci-fi is in a lot of demand compared to the others. So maybe we add more we add more films. And people like the sci-fi. Okay, a lot of the customers like the sci-fi and the documentaries. So maybe we can add more films. I don't know. I don't know.
Um, don't worry, don't worry. That is actually a good insight. Don't feel, and I'll tell you this, Liz, don't let imposter syndrome get the best of you. So believe in yourself, okay? Yes, so that is one insight. What else would you recommend?
I'd recommend
Yeah,
maybe we continue marketing the horrors and the comedy.
yeah.
Yes, and yes, I think that's what I can recommend.
What about the pricing for the sci-fi? What would you suggest since it has the highest demand?
Pardon?
What about the pricing for the sci-fi films? What would you recommend based on this high demand that it has?
Maybe if it's giving us a lot of sales, maybe we measure on the. Okay, we can. In order to get more customers, maybe first we can introduce maybe discounts in order to capture many more, because this is what is giving us a lot of sales.
Okay,
Am I correct?
just continue, just continue.
Uh-huh. I don't know.
It's okay, there's no harm in it. So allow me to take you to economics class a bit. So whenever we say the higher, the more the supply, the less demand, isn't it? The less the price. So the higher the demand, the more the price. It's a basic law of microeconomics. So in order to maximize revenue, we can slightly increase the demand here, because we can see, like in our market currently in our country, Whenever one product is in high demand, companies tend to increase the price, whether it is good quality, whether it is something. And wherever there's low demand, people try to lower the cost so that to attract customers as well. So it is basically a dynamic that usually happens in the market. So with that now said and done, you can see how it relates to sales. Then you can see the sales per rating. So I'm going to rename this one to sales per rating. I think that one looks much better. I'm going to name this one Calibri. Then going to come and format painter this. I don't know what I've done, it's okay. Then here I'm going now to change this one to from light green to dark green. It's possible, it's very possible, so that at least they can look more uniform like that. Then I'm going to leave this at all. This one the same thing. I'm going to change the bars to this same color of green. It looks a bit more neat. Yeah, something like that. Still okay. So I'm going to leave it as it is. The retention rate, now I want to come and change it a bit as well. So we can have that the 97% there is that one. So you can have the call out value, then you can come and change the gauge axis. We looked at it there. So the target color is that one. So remember, you can play around with the darks labels there as well. So let's come and see how we can play around with this one. If the target is, let's try exploit again together. So if the target color is that one, we can put it as, can leave it as blue. There's no harm in it, this line. Just a minute, then the data labels, the target label is that one, right? Then the values is that one, you're correct. Call out value is okay. So don't worry, we'll explore that one later, I think, because of time as well. So there's no harm, you can even leave that one as it is. There's really no harm in it as well. So now you have the sales per rating. I think we can increase this title to at least become big, something there. Now, idealistically, people want to see the in case you have missed any insight, you can also rearrange like that. Then this one comes here. Let's try to rearrange this a bit. Can minimize that one a bit, can just borrow some space rather. Documentary. It's okay, can drag this one down here. Sales per rating, I think it will take less dead space. Yes, awesome. Then like that. Then you can also arrange them like that as well. Now we want to insert this Q&A visual. So I'm going to show you how. So this Q&A is like an AI part. Or even if you want, before even can insert that one, you can insert this one as well. You can analyze the number of film category. So what influences the film category? We can say but the number of customers. So just as a practice, so film category has more than 10 unique values. This may impact the quality of analysis. So that's how we just do it. Then it will now come up with some KPIs like that. And then you can expand more like that as well. So you can also come and put the total number of sales as well. So this is just an AI version of this visual where you can now come and manually just drag and drop. Now you can explore this on other data sets, but I'll leave you to do that. I'm going to come back to this one. Now here you can see you cannot add any field. So I'm going to come and edit it ourselves here. So I'm going to drag this one here so that you can align. Then this one I'm going to expand it a bit so that you can stop looking so small. Just going to come and do format painter here. Now notice one thing, I'm not putting many graphs here. The reason why I'm not putting so many graphs is because I don't want to overwhelm the consumer. That is one mistake that people make. You can put so many graphs until people even get confused. And people just want to see the values and how it's going to help them as well. So I'm going to set that one to black. You can leave it like that way, like that as well. Then can come and increase the font. So data labels can increase the font. It's okay. That doesn't want. Let's just undo. We can undo as well again to go back to where we were. Undo again. Let's just undo. See if it will go back. Yes. I can change the color of those columns. That's what I wanted. So if whenever you get stuck, you can just undo your work and then get it like that as well. Now you can now come and increase the data labels. So let's come and add the values. So this you have to practice. There's not no major magic I'm doing here. Yeah, it's quite easy. So don't get scared. Now let's come back to this Q&A visual. So you can remove the suggestions if you want. Then there is statement text. This is the one here. So you can come and put the Arial black there. The color can put it to be like that. Then you can increase that as well. So this one as well, you can do the same. Yeah, sorry, this question field was that one. So there is statement text. You can see it there. Then you can add the effects. Transparency, don't really need it. You can add a visual border, put it like that. Then you can add a shadow. So this title, I'm going to give it a title. I'm going to call it Q and A. Then I'm going to center it. Going to make this one heading 2. Then I'm going to increase the font. Then I'm going to make it bold. So here, the purpose of this is in case you forget that you've added a visual, you can manually come in, someone can come and type and just say, what was the total sales for the horror film category? Like that, then click like that, it gives you the answer. I don't know whether you've been able to see that. Please, I don't know whether you've able to see that as well. Yeah, good. Thank you so much.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so this is how you can get the answer for the Q&A, and also you can click here to reset the question and also come and add more settings and put like that. So this is pretty amazing. You can read more about the Q&A from here as well. So that's what I wanted to show you how beneficial it is. Now the beauty of Power Automate is once you design from the video link I shared in the group, once you design a dashboard looking like this, it will initially help you to just come up with a template that now you just go and go watch triggers, design triggers, how you are going to share the periodic time of those emails and what have you. So I'm going to set this to bottom right, this one to bottom right as well, just to make sure it looks a bit neat. Now there we have it. Now let's add some interesting KPIs here as well. So I'm going to come here to this one. I'm going to borrow this one, Control X, then I'm going to paste it there. Now I'm going to paste it here. Remember, these are the advanced visuals of this card visual. I don't know whether you remember that, Liz. Yeah, good. So there's that one. Then you can come and rename this visual and then call this one sales, or even total sales, even if you want, or revenue. But even just total sales is okay. Even just sales is fine by itself. There's really no harm in it. Then you can come and edit. You can see the goal where we are is at 500 and we are above it by 2.84%. So meaning, to take a guess, What do you think this plus 2.84 means, Liz? Take a guess.
Plus is definitely a profiter.
Yeah, as a result of
A profit.
good, good. As well as even you can mention that profit sales have increased with 2.84% from the goal as a remarkable effort of the as a product of the remarkable efforts by the sales and marketing team. There's no harm in giving some praise in presentation. So I'm going to add some suggestions, then I'm going to design them. The cards, the background color, I'm going to give them this green. Oh, this is too dark. Let me come and add this green. Yeah, something like that as well. So that somebody can click this one here and just get the suggestions quite fast. I'm going to shrink them a bit. Yeah. So remember how you organize your dashboard also matters. Let's add some slicers. So we're going to come and insert a slicer. Then we are going to come and select. You have the rating, you have that one, you have the custom active status. So which is right there. So you can come and see which other measure you can put. You have the language, the film length, the film ID, the description. So if you add description, you get a very long filter, so you don't really need that. You can also come and borrow from here. There's no harm in it. Then also you can come and select the rental rate, the rental duration, the replacement cost, the fiction, and what have you. So film category as well, the payment time, the staff ID, the customer. So you can even set the payment month, even there. Don't know why this one is popping up. So I'm going to select that one. I'm going to drag the payment month there. Now, since I want to add more slicers, let me just come and do format paint. I really like this one. Are you following through, Liz? Good, thank you. So since you have the format painter, we can come and just do whatever we've just done. So the slice side, I'm going to turn this one off. I'm going to add the title as payment. Oh my, payment month. Then I'm going to center it like that as well. Now, since we want to add another slicer, we don't want it to overlap, we can now just come here to visual, slicer settings, then I'm going to select drop down. Then the selection, you can set it to single select or multiple select with. I don't know if they can expand this. Fortunately, we can. It's control, yes. So you have to press the control key to be able to select them as well. This is just typical Microsoft Excel. Right, so you can put it something like that, then you can elongate it further. I can elongate this one further. Awesome. Now we want to add one last column up here. So I'm going to minimize this one right here. This is just for practice, so please feel free to use your own creativity as much as you possibly want to. So don't be limited to my way of thinking kindly. Okay, Liz, please don't limited or anyone else. Don't be limited to my way of thinking. Be as creative as possible. But remember, for whichever visualization you put, including the slicers, it must represent a certain goal or objective. So that is a must. You must be solving something. Don't just put for the sake of putting. Now, let's come and insert something. But first, let's add another slicer. Then you can put the payment time, last hour payment, the payment date, special features. We don't really need this one. The rating we have. I think for the sake of the data limitation, we can put the customer active status here since we don't have any other one. So you can put this one as a client status or even customer status is okay. Right? Then you can just drag and drop this one. Now notice the red lines, these dotted red lines as I position. So if you want to equidistantly space them, just come select it 4, 1, 2 with control, then come to format, select align, then you can see they are vertically aligned. So you select align center, then you can select distribute vertically. So that now it is evenly distributed. Quite easy. Now, the reason why I've added this one is simply because you want to insert a title. Then beneath the title, you want to add sort of like a menu. So I'm going to come and call this one Byte Site Film Sales Dashboard. Okay, so you have it like that one, and it comes easily like this. Then you can make it center, you can make it bold, you can increase the font size to make it even bit reasonable. I think this one can make it 36. So you have a first dashboard like that. Then you can change the font to Calibri. Yeah, so something like that as well. If you want to insert a link, you can insert a link. Then you just insert the link of your GitHub or your LinkedIn URL. You can insert it there, then click done, so that when somebody clicks, they can go easily to that link that you've inserted. I'm going to come here, play around with effects, visual border, shadow, yeah. So make it a bit like that. Awesome. And there we have it. How does this dashboard look like, Liz? Is it giving you value? You can unmute and tell. Just unmute and share.
Yes, it looks good.
Are you able to present this dashboard now to an executive, like even to higher management?
Yes, of course.
Yeah, because that is the end goal. Because you have to be able to utilize the skills you're learning here from Asset Bounty to be able now to come up with decisions as well. So I'm going to delete this one since you don't really need it. So I'm going to delete even this visual. Then this one right here, I'm going to also to delete it since we don't really need it. Amazing. Now, I want to duplicate this one. So I'm going to duplicate. Then I'm going to drag it here. Now I want to now go step by step for the customer active status for those who are active or inactive. So I'm going to double click here. Then I'm going to set this one to active customers. So if somebody wants to filter for active customers, I'll show you how. But first, let's edit this. So for the filters, I'm going to come and drag the custom active status here for filters on this page. Then I'm going to select active. So first, let's deal away with this blank. So let's come and transform data. So if the customer active status is blank, I'm going to just filter it out so that we cannot have any blank spaces. So it's possible to do that at any point in time. So let's come back here. Let's wait for it to load. Awesome. Then we are going to come back here. Then we are going to remove empty filtered rows. So if there's any custom ID that is blank, we are going to remove it. So any custom ID that is blank, you're going to remove it. So even for payment, I think as well. I think this one is okay. You can just close and apply. So it will automatically refresh everything. So we are going to come and select apply changes. So wait for it to apply because it is running in the background, the filter that we just inserted. Any question? Any question, Liz? Yeah, let's continue. Now, since here we are dealing with active customers, so you can say active customers dashboard. Active clients dashboard, just as an example, so that now you can see active client sales dashboard since you're dealing with sales. Then you can elongate this one to the left like that even as well, then position it like that, then go like that as well to make it a bit look like it's at the center. Yeah, something like that. Then since you have filtered for the active customers, you can see that the retention rate is 100, which is good. You can see the customer status there, so I'm also going to come and filter here for this entire visual, the customer active status, which is active and inactive. Don't want anything that is blank, so you can also do that as well. Then here we have the active customers, we have the total sales, the customer status, you can see it is active. So if you want to replace this one, you can just come, remove there, then now put the film category. Since I know we don't, yeah, you can put the rental rate category actually. So affordable, cheap and expensive, actually can put this one here as well. You can just edit this one, then just do so whichever filter you put there will be shown. So you can put rental rate category, rental rate category, just for sake of learning. So Control C, can come delete this one since you already captured it, then Control don't sync. Since we don't, we have put filters, different filters. Then you can see that you have the top demand per film category. We're going to come and select top 3 by uh, yeah, and then we are going to add this one down here. So we are going to remove the top 3, you're going to set maybe top 5 maybe, then by the total of number of customers, then you can apply filter, then it will just work like that as well. So you can see it still works the same. Now notice here we have 23% and here we have 22, so meaning that our filter has worked well. So that is what we are trying to achieve. Then also we can now continue and right click, then duplicate. Since you have inactive, you have active and inactive, you can complete this one as also inactive customers, sake of time. Come here again, filter. Now instead of active, you put inactive. You can see that there it will become negative right here. So inactive customers are giving us negative sales, and here instead of this visual, you can remove it, then you can insert a card visual. Then you can see the number of inactive customers. Since here you can see that the retention rate is 97 and here it is 100, so you can put this one here as also the number of customers who are left us. So the number of customers who are inactive is 15%, but they can also put that other visual right there. So let's edit this one, format painter. Then you can call out the value, the category label, you can leave it, then you can pull it as customers. Then as well as just position it like that as well. Still no harm. Or even you can come and make this one look like the trend is like that as well, but also you can leave it as such, or you can even reorganize it. Since you want sales above here, you can reorganize it like that, then put this one down here. Yeah, so you can come. I hope Liz you're following through. Have I lost you anywhere?
Now I'm okay, I'm following.
Okay, distribute vertically, align to the center like that. So this one I'm going to copy and paste it here, but first you can deal with this one since you are dealing with the retention rates. Put it there and paste it there. So you can see the number of customers who are active is 584. Individually you can assign them again. like that, then format, then you can distribute vertically, then you can align the center like that. Amazing. You can see that our dashboard is looking nice, isn't it? Then we can come and filter this here, just remove, then reinsert, then apply filter. Can even change this one to even 3, there's no harm. Can even put this one to 3 or even 5 again. I know it will just bring the same number, so let's put it as top 3 and apply like that. So you have the top 3, so you can put the bottom 3 if you want to. I know it will bring a lot, so you can just remain it to the top 3 and just apply for the sake of time. You can practice this with other data sets as well. Now, please don't.
The title, you should change it to inactive clients.
Oh, thank you, thank you. Inactive. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Is there any other suggestion that you'd like to share based on the dashboard design? You can unmute and share if you have. Oh, you don't have any. Okay, it's all right. So this is just basically how to come up with a simplified high-level report that you can use. Now, there's a reason why I've included this space. Let me show you. Now, remember, we have 4 sheets. Like I'm going to call it 4 sheets or 4 pages. Now I'm going to make this one as dynamic as possible so that if let's say I'm going to insert going to use the Power Apps, this one's down here, the Power Automate, right? The videos are in the WhatsApp group. You can be able now to come and do them. So I'm going to insert pages that you can bookmark. So I'm going to come here to insert. You see here buttons. Then I'm going to Navigator. Then I'm going to select Page Navigator. Then instead of putting them here, I'm going to drag and drop them there. Have you understood how you're going to insert the Page Navigator? Good, thank you. Now from here, you can come and design it. You can put it to vertical. You can put it to grid, depending on how you want it to look like. But for me, I'm just going to leave it as the column should be 4. Still okay. Then the style or even the shape, I'm going to put it as a rectangle. Then like that to look a bit more suave. Then the style, I'm going to set it to selected such that you can click there. You press Ctrl, then click. It takes you now to the inactive customers part. You want to come and select it here still. You can put the rotation to 90 just to see how it looks like. Then you can leave it as 360. I think it will turn everything upside down, or 359. You can see it will bring no effect. Then the shape rotation, you can put it to 180. So however you want to design it, it's entirely up to you. Then the style you've seen, you can put it as hover or whichever you want. Then you can put it as Arial or Calibri. I'm playing around with those two since I'm finding it's the new Times New Roman. And you can come and select here. I think the rotation can leave it as 0, and this one 0, just to make sure it looks a bit neat. Then you can come and add effects. Visual border, yes. Can then the shadow, you can add it there. Then outside bottom right. Then now somebody can come and clearly see where they need to press and identify it like that. Are you together up to this point, Liz? Let me reduce the font size to maybe we put it as 28. Any question? Try to reduce the, yeah, something like that. Right, so I'm going to come and do the same here. Watch what I'll do. Click here. then come to home, click Format Painter, come back here again, then click on here as well. No, has it reduced the font size to 28? So sorry, it hasn't. Still okay. 28, select everything, 28, right? Then you come back here again to inactive, Control A, set it to 28 again, like that as well. Then can add the active customers, can add the dashboard and what have you. Then let's add here, can come and copy paste this the way it is to just this space. Now Power BI is very intelligent. It will see where it will have copied, then paste it there. As you can see, let's come do it again. Then can come and even this one is our visualization itself. So you can come click there, need to reduce a bit, then paste it, put it there at the center. Then here you can come now add the Control C, then put the detailed summary right there. Control V. So now it's rejecting the finance bill. Control C. If it doesn't work, we'll just insert a new, yeah, it has all. Just insert a new text box. And this one you're going to call it Bite Site Film Sales Detailed Summary. Don't know that you're with me up to this point, please. Now, something to note whenever you are designing a dashboard, whether in Excel or Power BI, is that each visual should have a specific objective. It must be solving or targeting something that is in line with the main objective. Like this one, it is the overall dashboard. Okay, so here we are focusing only on the active clients. So each and every cell here should focus on the active customers. You can see even from the filters and the cells here. And now from the inactive, can see how it looks like. Okay, are you able to notice that, please? Such that any question somebody types here will be focusing on the inactive clients alone because of what we've added in this filter pane right there. Now the beauty of this dashboard, this part, whenever you export it to Power BI service as a link, unfortunately it's one of these apps here, somebody can just control then click then just go over to that part. And an interesting thing about this page navigator is that you can come and actually see that, for example, here it is the black part out of these four. It means that this is the active hit or the active page. The rest are not active. So you can just come and control click like that. So you can send it as a Power BI service app or link, and then people now can clearly see and be able to identify as well. Any question? I hope you've understood, Liz.
Yes, I've understood.
Right, so let's do one last solid one. Let's insert the logo for Bounty Analytica. Come here to image. Let's see if I downloaded it. Yes, it's right here. Yeah, amazing. So this one I know we have to come and do that. Then can put it somewhere there. I know it will ask this because I know Power BI service and image work together. Yeah, so don't worry about this. Can put the action. So action here, for any like type, you can come and play around with it. If you want to go back or add a page navigation or a bookmark, you can be able now to clearly see and then select the page that you want. If you want, let's say the page navigation, Don't worry about this email. It will now come and ask you for the destination of the sheet that you want. So this is for any picture button that you select. So you can just turn it off. I don't know why it's bringing like that, but let's come and add general. Can add effects. Visual border, yes. Yes, sir. Can put the shadow like that. Yeah, so don't worry about the logo. I know it's we are not able to continue, so let's cancel this as well. So Control C. Let's come and add them as well. Then Control V again. So don't worry about this email address because I know it's inserting a logo. Probably it's behaving that way. Then Control V again. This is becoming annoying to be honest, but it's okay. Then can insert it right there as well. Then this one here, can minimize this size here a bit to make it seem like that. There we have it. Very interesting dashboard, isn't it? What do you think of it, Liz? What is your first impression of seeing this kind of a report? What would go through your mind?
It's beautiful.
Okay, besides being beautiful, thank you for the compliment. Yeah,
It is. You can see it's apart from being beautiful, it's very insightful. It's very. Huh. It's very. How can I put it? From afar, someone can just even someone who is not into data,
yeah.
by seeing it, I think it's easier to make a conclusion. Yeah, it's very visible.
Okay, so assuming now you are not data savvy, okay, as you are right now, what conclusion would you make after seeing this dashboard? The first thing, what conclusion would you make? Or what insight would you have gotten from the word go?
Uh,
Yeah,
from the total dashboard.
even from this one, just the first thing that you see,
Uh,
what conclusion would you make?
the first conclusion is that there was a positive, there's a profit, there's a positive in terms of sales,
Okay,
positive of 2.84% from the goal.
yeah,
Yes, and the sales growth was increasing.
good.
It increases upwards. Yes.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much for that. Now, that should always be the end goal of whichever visualization or dashboard you design. Remember, even in Excel, we learned that we should make a dashboard be able to design itself and no, not design itself, be able to explain itself without you actually being there to explain it. Don't know whether you remember that. Yeah, do you remember me saying that? That whichever dashboard you design, it should be able to explain itself without you actually being there first.
Yes, you said that.
Yeah, so kindly make sure that is your end goal. And each and every visual and slicer you put here must fall under the main goal, which is the title of the dashboard you see. Now, this is the overall film sales. So I'm going to call this one overall film sales. I believe overall is spelled like that. Yeah. So that now you can see a nice dashboard like that. Don't get it further, then you can come and now practice it. Now, if you are sending out this report, then you don't want someone to move any visuals, you can just come here to view, then you lock objects, such that Even if I decide to move this, it can't move, but I can be able to interact with the buttons. So this is really beneficial. So don't worry about this pop-up. I know it's because of this picture. So that is how you can go about making a nice dashboard. If you want the theme, you can come and change it here, right? And you can see the image for Bounty Analytica is right there. So it will change the theme all through. This is really becoming annoying. Then you can also change the theme here to black if you want to change it to black. Then let's change it to, let's say, something like that. So whichever theme you decide to change it to, so you can just change it to the theme that you decide to make it to look like as well. Now for the performance analyzer, you can just come there, then click start recording. Then it will automatically refresh all the visuals, and then it will automatically calculate. Then now you can click export. So you can see the duration in milliseconds is that way. Then you can export it as a JSON file, and then you can open it with VS Code and see where you need to debug. So you can check more on that one online. Yeah, if you want to improve the performance analyzer. So once you refresh, you can click start recording, then it will give you a breakdown on which visual is taking more space. Then this synchronize slicers is across all the sheets. You don't want to do that. You can also add grid lines if you want to. You can snap to grid if you want to. You can put it as mobile layout like that, or you can deselect it again to make it look like that. You can put a page view to fit width or to fit page. So you can set it there as well to fit the page as well. Now if you want to change the background of this one, so I'm going to just fit page as well. If you want to change the background, you can just come and put a, can play around with the wallpaper and explore that one out. I'll let you explore that one. Feel free to be creative and to limit you. So if you want to set it to this one, even the canvas background and then the transparency to 0, you can see that you can change the color of the background there as well. So I'm just going to leave it to be white, then put it like that as well. Then you can also insert an image behind it. Then you just insert it the way you've inserted there as well. Then the canvas settings, if you want to change the type, the vertical alignment, if you want middle, well and good. So it's entirely up to you to play around with it as much as possible. Right, and if you want to export it, you can just come here to File, then Export. Then you can export it as a Power BI template. You need Power BI service to do this, so hence the limitation. But for a start, you can export it to PDF. I don't know whether we'll see it able. So don't worry about this. It's really annoying, this image thing. Yeah, so in order for us to put this email, we need the organizational email that has a license. Then you can put it, you can close, and you can see now it has exported our report as PDF, and you can see the number of pages that it has. So something like this you can paste on your LinkedIn as a PDF based on how I showed you. So don't worry about this Q&A. I know it is a Q&A visual. Then you can just post this on LinkedIn and then give a nice recommendation the way I showed you. It's in similar fashion. Then you can mention you analyze it with Power BI. I don't know whether you've understood how you can export that report as a PDF.
Yes, yes.
So that is something pretty interesting that you can do. If you want to share, you can share. You can share as well, but I know you need the Power BI service to do that as well. So hence the limitation. So can bear with me. But when you share, you can copy it as a link on Power BI service, then share to the rest of your teams or to the client that you will be working for. If you have that license, that is so hence. So there we have it. You have a very nice report, and that marks the end of Power BI. So you can use the Copilot in case you get stuck, and also prepare semantic model for AI. But I know you need the Power BI service to do that as well. And these updates have come recently, depending on where you downloaded the Power BI. If you downloaded it from Microsoft Store, it will update automatically. Same thing with Dataverse. This is just a data source, like a data lake, where you need to sign in and then get data and then load. So this one is just normal Power Query, then modeling. We can see how we've come. This Q&A is here, is this one. So we've just repeated these ones here as we've been following through. Now we queried the data. Then we came to this part on day one. To recap, we did this amazing modeling on day one. After that, we came and did some interesting DAX. Here, I know people will really need to practice a lot. I know that for a fact. We did some interesting DAX, these ones here. The first method, we came the percentage of inactive customers as well, like that. We came in and found more interesting measures like the rental rate category. Remember? Then we did this one as well. Then we did the other measures. Then from there, we learned about the various charts and the Power Automate. I think unfortunately, I love to share links with you as I did before. You can also go on YouTube and learn more about them since I don't have that license or access to that license as of now to show you how it's really done. And now you can go and automate those emails as you send and also collaborate with your teams and clients real time. And that's it about Power BI. Any question? Liz, can I unmute?
No question.
What so far so good? How's the Power BI class been for you?
I think this is the most interesting class so far. Yes, it was a good one. I've learned a lot.
Even more than Excel?
Yes, because Excel I had basics, but this one is totally new, so it's the most interesting one.
Okay, so how would you rate your Excel skills from the basic to the advanced level up to now?
From where I was initially, maybe a 10%, but now from the practices that I've had and from the class, I think I'm somewhere close to 90s.
Nice, nice. So you'll be able to give very nice reports very soon.
Yes.
Very good, very good. That's a really good answer. Thank you. And we look forward to receiving them. Look forward to receiving them. What about Power BI? How confident are you with Power BI right now?
Uh, I was not here when we were having the first class, and I was not able to finish the clip from YouTube. But I think I've collected something from Tuesday up to now,
Okay.
and so far I'm somewhere from the classes we've had. So I'll just have to review the first class, then I know I'll be good. I'll be okay.
It's okay, there's no worries. But in terms of on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you with Power BI despite that shortcoming?
7. First
7.
average. Yes, 7.
Oh, wow. So if you had the first class, you'd be given a 10, eh?
Yeah, something close to 10. I'll also do some practices. So I think by next week when we'll be starting another class, I'll be somewhere close to 10.
Amazing, amazing.
The weekend is long.
That's amazing. All right. So I think for me, I'll leave it there. So it has been, how's been the advanced Excel and Power BI? I know I've been talking a lot and you're used to my voice. So how has the journey been from advanced
Uh,
Excel to Power BI, from the first advanced Excel class up to this very last class for Power BI?
I can say you're a good teacher. I've fully understood, and Even when maybe you are not understanding, someone could ask a question and you'll explain or you'll redo again. So thank you so much for that. You're one of the best so far.
Oh, oh my, you flatter too much, eh? Yeah, thank you so much for that amazing feedback and compliment. Is there any part you'd like for me to improve?
I know you are good. You're good.
Okay, thank you so much. So I think I'm not the best data analyst or BI developer because even what we've been doing directly was BI development out there. But you can also surpass me. I'm not the best. I'm also learning. Each and every day this Power BI gets updated. Same thing with Excel. We learn each and every time everything new. So dare to do that's the best advice I can give you. Hope you've understood now. Right. So for me, I think our journey has come to an end, unfortunately. Yeah, you can unmute your mic, please. Feel free to unmute your mic.
So you'll not be taking us to the next class.
From next week, you'll be learning SQL.
Uh huh.
So remember, we have advanced Excel, Power BI, and also SQL. So I think it's best even to hear from a different voice apart from mine.
Okay, but thank you for that. Thank you for the two classes.
Yeah, so I think I've covered two-thirds. From there, I think you can just go online and learn how to. I think you'll be told in the WhatsApp group whether you'll be using MySQL, and even
Okay.
just learn how to query the data and even see how I was able to query some SQL code and bring it to Power BI and Excel and practice on them.
Okay.
Right, so that I've shared the link to the Excel as I mean the Power BI project. I'll share the link to the WhatsApp group after this. So I
Uh
think
huh.
all the Excel and Power BI projects, the deadline is October 31st, 11:59
Okay.
p.m. So I'd recommend if you can do finish all of them early enough, it will be really helpful for me to even grade people and even
Okay.
give recommendations where somebody needs to improve.
Okay. Okay. I'll work on that.
Yeah, so thank you so much. This one's also for everybody listening. You've been a great people, you've been a great class. So hopefully we'll meet again and I hope there'll be a physical graduation and then we can interact there one on one. All right, all right. So I think I'll stop it at there. It's been an amazing class.